Hi there. So I wanted to do a quick walkthrough of how I kind of built the Flicks and Food app just as quickly as I can. So first of all, you need to log in, and all this information is saved on MongoDB, and it calls it using JSON Web Tokens. And there's various salt rounds to actually protect your password on the back end. And so when you click submit, it logs you in. So get started, it's going to take you through to a movie. So basically, what this site is it kind of plans your dream night in with your partner or even a friend. So it'll give you a movie choice, and in this movie choice, you get to choose the genre and the date range that you want the movie to lie in. So if you want something recent, you can choose that. And then it will take you to a restaurant page where you can choose a local restaurant to have dinner in. And then the final page is a random cocktail. All of these you can refresh if you don't like the choice. And then what it does is it saves it in this history page here. So these are previous tests that I've done, and then you can go and delete these. And this is all saved in objects, which saves into MongoDB. So a bit of object-oriented programming there. So I also made this about page, and all of these animations here I made using the Adobe Suite, Adobe After Effects. Just thinks it adds a little bit of a nice touch to the page. And again, you can click Get Started here. So let's choose a movie. This is done utilizing the OpenDB third-party API, and this API is on the front end, and there's a couple of React hooks, custom React hooks that I had to make in here just to make it work seamlessly. But as I said, it takes two variables, so genre. So let's go with animation. And anything modern is going to be 2010 to today. These date ranges are kind of given by OMDB, I believe. So you can click that, and then it'll make this nice little loading bar. And then, yeah, it will load the title, the movie picture, and a short description. This available on just over here. I was using a paid API subscription on Rapid API, I believe it was. I've since cancelled that subscription because I didn't want the money coming out of my account. But basically, what this did is it was an API call within this API call. So it took the variable of the title and the date, and then it used that to search on this Rapid API call to find the streaming services available on that this movie is available on. Sorry. And again, if you don't like that, you can come up here, click refresh. It'll just do another load. This won't save in your custom experience until you come down here. Okay, I'm happy with Spider-Man. So let's save this. So October 12th, 2022, that's today. And then as soon as I click this now pick your dinner, this is going to save into the MongoDB database as a movie pick for this specific experience. So there's quite a lot happening under the hood. This is where it gets quite complicated. So this API call is using the Yelp Fusion API. This took me ages to figure out. Many YouTube videos watched, many Stack Overflow questions, both asked and just search for other people's answers and questions and stuff like that, and just many Google searches, many. So what you do first is it takes these two variables here. So I want Mexican food, and you can either type in a city or a zip code. I'll just use my zip code, 46074. And then what it's going to do is there's a custom React hook that is going to take this information from the front end, push it to the back end, and that back end API call, which avoids all of the cause issues I was facing. I was facing a bunch of cause issues just because it wasn't on the back end. Sorry, the API call was happening on the front end. So I had to move it all to the back end and then use a custom React hook to feed the information from the front end to the back end, and then from the back end back to the front end once the API call is fetched. And that's all using an NPM package called Axios, which I found super helpful. So once I click this, again, it's going to make that backend API call and feed it into this React front end. And as you can see, the image, how many reviews it had, and then what you do is you click this, which is going to open a modal, which is all that's going to be is just this picture just enlarged a bit, the information here, button here that will take you through to the business Yelp. And then what I've done is I've also taken the address and used the Google API and give you a nice little Google map compared to where it is. So that's really nice. I thought that was a really nice touch. And it's just fun. It just spruces the page up a bit, makes it look that little bit more professional. And it was just fun to figure out how to code. Again, you want to add it to your most recent experience. Choose this restaurant. And then it takes you here to the cocktail page. Click here to choose your cocktail. This is just random. This is usually in a free cocktail API that I found. So again, it just gives you information like the title of the drink, the image, and then just basically how to make it. If you're not happy with that, there are fresh bars here. You can click that as many times as you want. Strawberry daiquiri. I'll take that. Add that to the most recent experience. Now it's time to check out your evening. So what this is going to do is it's going to compile this into this experience, which is going to complete this experience. So there's 3 variables it takes, which is the drink, the movie, and the dinner choice. And it's going to make it into one big object that's going to feed back to the MongoDB database and save it to your profile. Now your profile's here, and this picture, you add that when you create an account. And this picture is being kind of saved in it's a software called Cloudinary. And again, Cloudinary is an API call that you make on the backend, which ties in with the MongoDB. So you tie those two in together. So all of your profile information, like all of your name and stuff like that, is saved on MongoDB. And this picture is as well, but using Cloudinary to actually store the picture. So again, that took me quite a long time to figure out. So it's time to check out your evening. So as you can see, it adds the title and just the picture there. And this is all in date order here. So this is the oldest to the newest. You can go and delete this like I showed you earlier. There we go. Log out. And that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching.